guys, welcome back to the channel. Do you know one of the most annoying things about being a filmmaker and a YouTuber to me? It's the fact that you have to do house chores. It sucks! It takes so much time out of my day that I would much rather be making video, editing, thinking about my YouTube channel, but I don't get to do that. I still gotta do this stuff. How do you manage that? How do you guys manage that? I don't know, I'm pretty much winging it at the moment, but I'll give you a few pointers on how I do it for the moment. Let's go! Right, one thing that I sort of use to guide myself when I have to do housework. There's no excuse, you just gotta do the stuff that you actually have to get done because you don't live in a vacuum. If you live with someone else, if you have a partner, if you have kids, if you have family, you've gotta do the stuff that requires to be done. You can't sort of just run away from that stuff just because you have a passion. And I think that's part of the struggle, like being able to do that and also balance a life is very important in my opinion, and being able to do that also helps you out in the career that you are pursuing, especially things like filmmaking. It's always good to know how to be able to balance multiple things at the same time, because you're gonna have important priorities or competing priorities when you are in filmmaking. You'll have to do one thing while doing something else parallelly sometimes just to make deadlines meet. So that's one reason. And the other way that I tend to do most of my work is that I split some of my time up to do these things. I actually allocate a bit of time and I go, okay, look, you won't be able to finish all of it. If it's a big job, you won't be able to finish the whole thing. I usually sort of gauge it depending on those factors, like how long is it gonna take? Is it gonna, I don't know, is it gonna ruin my mood? Because some things, no one likes to do dishes, dude. Like, you know this. If it's just a draining thing to do, I try and get that stuff done first. Like for example, washing my car. I love my car, but it takes so long to wash the car, and it's partially down to the fact that I am like OCD and I have to get like every bit of dirt off it. But you still have to wash your car. You can't just stand around not doing it for months like I have. People are gonna write stuff on it. I don't know whether you guys can see it or not, but there's a very slight wash me yosh in there somewhere. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like this? And there's a little bit of a poo here as well, because why not? Clearly more obscene stuff written there, but I don't know, someone's wiped it off. Right, this side's clean. Well, clean. Yes. So yeah, tip number 2 is you pick the task that you think drains you the most and you get that done and dusted and out of the way. That's tip number 2. I try and do that. That way I don't leave the most annoying task at the end and then it's just like, I don't want. Yeah. Cool. Tip number 3. Tip number 3 is always ask for help. You don't have unlimited time. So if that is the case, then use another resource, add another thread like computers do. So you go ahead and ask some of your members in your family, some of you, maybe your kids can help out, maybe your partner, your wife, your spouse, whoever, your friends, maybe they can help out and help you ease the load on the stuff that you have to get done. Make them a coffee and buy them some dinner in the process. I don't know, like you don't have to make it official and like pay them or whatever. You can just hang out and chill and do some work. That's tip number 3. And tip number 4, at long last, I think this is my last tip. Like, I'm not really an expert on what I'm doing here myself. I'm actually vlogging without actually washing the car. So, I don't know whether you should even take my advice. But that said, tip number 4 is that it's okay to not get everything done. Don't you know, I am one of those people that is seeking perfection all the time, and I have to tell myself actively not to. You don't have to finish the job. Like, you know, get something done, get halfway done, get, you know, a little bit of the job done, get started. The most important thing is you get started, and if you can finish it off in a reasonable amount of time and go to another task and finish that off in a reasonable amount of time, then that's great. But sometimes some tasks are way too big for you to chew through in one sitting. So just do a little bit. Like this yard, for example. It's gonna be the death of me. Watch. But this yard is... Oh, wow, Yosh, you've got a nice big yard. Yeah, but I've also got to cut it. Ugh. You know, it's pros and cons. Pros and cons for everything. So, my point is, it's okay to cut half the yard. It's okay to just do half the job and then pick it up the next time. But do pick it up. Don't just leave it halfway. You can't, that's not an excuse to not do it the next week. You just have to have consistency. If you do half the yard this week, you got to do the other half next week whenever you have the time. So if you're going to do that technique, tip number 4 is that, you know, you don't have to finish everything, but be disciplined. If you're not disciplined, then you're just starting shit and not finishing it, dude. Right. So that's it. I hope that was helpful. I'm just about to wash my car. I just wanted to get my content making fix for this weekend and just have a good time. Say hi to you guys. Hey, how you going? It's been a while. No, it hasn't. I usually try and upload every week, but still. How you been? Have you been struggling with the same issue? Tell me down in the comments below, because I would love to know, because I am also human and I also have responsibilities. Really crappy ones. And boring adulting stuff. Like cutting the yard and spraying the weeds and... You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm super happy to have you guys on board. I'm so thankful that you guys watch every week. Sic Parvis Magna. Greatness from humble beginnings is what that means. I'm gonna try and make it my ending catchphrase. Anyway, thanks again for watching. Love to have you here. I will see you guys again in the next video. Goodbye. Maybe I should just quit YouTube and start a car detailing service or something. 'Cause damn, is that a good looking car! While making films, or movies, or videos, or YouTube channels, so you get the idea. Is it still recording? I love non-flip screens. Yes, it's still recording. So, I'm inside a tree. Fun fact, complete distraction, I'm really proud of this tree because I have saved it from cherry slugs. I don't know whether I've completely saved it, but, well, she's looking much better than last year. It was an absolute mess. All of her leaves fell off and I was really bummed. This time I nuked the floor like scorched earth protocol. Yeah, I sprayed like a metric crap ton of... That's like that's a legit measuring system. That's a legit unit of measure. A metric... Shit.